Hello everyone. In the name of CropX Technologies, I want to thank for this amazing opportunity to discuss our business plan proposal and to introduce CropX products, services, and unique technology with its great business potential. Although virtually presenting, I want to introduce our team members, Ekta Rani, Jose da Silva, and myself, Prado. Before we begin, let's take a quick look into our product and its services to understand what our product is. It's a sensor that's embedded in soil to monitor the water and nutrient levels and deliver the correct amount of water. Comes included with a cloud-based software, a subscription, that aims to boost crop yields. And together with the sensors, it programs the watering system to each plant instead of the whole plantation. It considers changing conditions of the soil and weather and is constantly adapting to specific crop needs in its growth stage. So let's talk now about the company and its vision and mission statements. CropX's vision is to revolutionize and automate farm management using advanced agricultural analytics, and its mission is to manage irrigation and fertilization in a precise, predictive, and effective manner by integrating data from both below and above ground, essentially covering the entire soil plant atmosphere. Very little companies in the world in the agri-tech space have the relevant expertise in the house as CropX Technologies. Now let's begin our presentation and the main topics that will be discussed in our business plan. The first topics will be executive summary, corporate file, and nature of business, along with management and human resources. These topics will be presented by Ekta Rani. I'll be presenting target market and on sequence environmental scan, market entry, marketing strategies, and operations overview will be presented by Jose da Silva. And I'll conclude with the risk management strategies, the financial management strategies, and final considerations. Enjoy our presentation.
Executive Summary. CropX is a leading global brand that was founded in 2013 in Israel. CropX helps farmers to have strong connection to their field by providing them unique soil sensor technology. It helps farmers to have good crop yield at the same time reduce water consumption and increases fertilizations. The following business plan discusses a strategy to launch CropX in the United Arab Emirates. Why we choose this country? There are numerous reasons behind this. Firstly, it has potential market that presents a dry climate agriculture field in which CropX excels and performs its best. Secondly, UAE is attempting to modernize its agriculture system and to decrease its dependency on imports. By using CropX technology expertise, UAE can achieve its goal perfectly. The company too have bright future in UAE as the country has needed potential to become CropX's third largest country after following USA. How we will launch CropX into UAE market? First of all, we will do analysis of company's corporate profile and see its nature of business in order to have estimate result or its success in UAE market. Secondly, we will look upon management and human resource role of the company. Then there will be performed the target market investigation, and after that we will analyze the financial situation of the company. Hopefully, CropX Technology assume that its business plan to launch CropX in UAE will definitely create a success story and ready to write a new chapter to continuing success and amazing journey of CropX. CropX Incorporation or CropX Technologies Limited Company was established in August 2013 by Isaac Bentwich in Israel. It is an agricultural research and development organization that aims to develop a sustainable farming method with use of advanced technological method. It has net revenue of $2.9 million and has about 35 representatives. CropX is an agri-tech investigation organization. The company has developed a tool, a method, or can we say a system that are world's most developed adaptive irrigation service, and it is naturally optimizes the irrigation. CropX tool has proven useful in dramatic crop yield increase, benefiting the time, water and energy cost saving to the farmers. CropX is currently serving to more than 1,200 clients with just about 8,500 establishments since its launch. Management and Human Resources. PropX Technologies is proud to have competent and experienced employees. It has a team of 35 professionals that carries out its duties with strong professionalism and multi-skilled set. Its skilled staff are fundamental to enhance product development, business launch, and its huge success till now. As shown in organizational structure here, CropX is conducted by CEO Tomer Tazak and aided by a board from its investor representatives. The company is comprised with a series of human resource management. The responsibility of human resources are as following: hiring the best worker and making sure they are professionally trained. Make the employees aware about company's rules and regulations. In legal dispute, being reasonable and understandable of the dispute and make decisions.
Let's take a look now into our target market strategy, who we're going to sell our product to and services to. We were entering United Arab Emirates, located in the eastern end of Arabian Peninsula, and consists of 7 emirates, but the most important in the target markets are Abu Dhabi, the capital state, and Dubai, where an international hub is. And we target market the local farmers that sits nearly 30,000 farms, arable lands that give us possibilities to target. We should target agricultural businesses, big chains, direct agricultural retailers, greenhouses that sell tech products, and farmers that seek high-tech technology to enhance crop yields and reduce costs.
Environmental scan. UAE is the most technically advanced region in the Middle East. It has its own space program and it has its own space probe which is currently in orbit of the red planet. The name of the probe is Al-Amal probe. UAE also invests highly in the farming sector. Recently, UAE has collaborated with Rural Development Administration of South Korea with UAE University to cultivate rice, wheat and coffee. UAE is also home to world's largest vertical farm in the world, which currently produces 600 pounds of crops daily. The vertical farm is in partnership with Emirates Airlines and Crop1 of United States of America. With this current development, UAE has moved up 10 places in Global Food Index, moving from 31st rank to 21st rank from 2018 to 2019. A partnership with MOCCAE, or the Ministry of Climate Change and Environment, is the best way to enter the market in United Arab Emirates. MOCCAE is the leader in agricultural innovation in the country. To acquire the license to do the business, it is best to do business in Khalifa International Zone Abu Dhabi, KISAR, which is the most affordable free zone in UAE. KISAR also offers 100% business ownership and dual license for mainland and free zone business right. KISAR is also located near Khalifa Port in Abu Dhabi, which will give access to all over UAE. Marketing strategy. Marketing in UAE is highly sensitive. There is a no tolerance policy against any advertisements that will tarnish the religion and the culture of the area. There is also exhibitions which are held in UAE, and there are also kiosks in malls which are available to all businesses. Use of expert marketing agencies use billboards, targeting advised advertisements, and social media advertisements are also advised. Use of agencies which focus on B2B and B2C with local know-how and local language expertise is also advised. Dubai World Expo 2020, which will be held in UAE this year, will attract millions of tourists and business personals, which will also help the business. CropX is located in 3 places in the world: USA, Israel, and New Zealand. They handle orders, research and development, and analytical work. Cropper sensors have a software and a hardware component to them. The sensors cost from $600 to $899. There is also a $275 annual subscription fee. CropX provide precise weather information, aerial imagery, topography maps, soil mapping, hydraulic models, crop models, nutrient level, and moisture level. There is a projection mode in which the sensors sync with the local weather stations, and by calculating the moisture content in the soil, the sensors will provide accurate information to the farmers when to irrigate and not to irrigate, thus helping to save huge amounts of water, especially in arid regions like the Middle East. Using crop models, topography maps, aerial imagery, CropX can also analyze the health of the crops and analyze and alert the farmer if there is any needed adjustment in nutrition and pest control.
Hi, my name is Prado, and I'll be discussing with you our risk and financial management strategies. Let's begin with a risk management strategy. What's that? It's a plan to describe possible risks of business market entry and how to mitigate their impact. An analysis was made of the internal and external factors, dividing them by predictable, controllable, and technical levels. Next, the actions to be taken according to their likelihood and impact of risks. Risks won't be accepted when the impact is intolerable and probable risk to occur. At this slide, it is possible to verify the risk register list with 26 possible ones, their impacts, how to respond, and the levels of each. CropX has outlined the highest risks as political tensions, lack of infrastructure, the weather conditions, low service quality, and financial costs. In this next section of our business plan, let's talk about the financial management strategy, analysis of CropX financial situation with historical data, forecasting of sales and profit, balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow of the company. On the first graph, it shows CropX revenue over the last quadrants and can be seen as constant, mostly due to pandemic moment. Its revenue numbers are quite high, and adding to it, CropX shows potential funding amount of 24 million with 14 different investors. CropX has significantly raised over the year with 2 acquisitions and staff count increase. In this next slide, we will be discussing very important numbers for our business plan. They are the forecasting, the return of investments, and the payback period. Let's begin with forecasting. CropX has adopted a strategy from the total number of farms in the country. There are 30,000. So what's the plan? It's to begin capturing from a small percentage and increase it year by year. So on the first graph, you can see that it starts with 300 product sales on the first year and goes up to 800 on the following 5 years. On the graph to your right is the forecast of sales earnings from the product, the sensor itself, and from the subscription service. From the sensor product, the forecast from $1,800,000 to $4,800,000, and from subscriptions to $82,000 to $220,000 by year. The return of investment sits nearly to 50%, and payback period grows to 2 years. That's amazing and clearly shows good opportunity numbers for our market entry. Well, let's analyze now CropX balance sheet. On this table, you can see the assets, the current assets and the long-term assets. On the other side of the table, the current liabilities and the shareholders' equity. As you can be seen, the current assets and current liabilities are balanced in a total of $28 million. As new investments and fundings are coming in from our partners, it allows CropX to keep compromise with previous debts and loans, keeping our shareholders clear of the financial situation and clear the way for new market entries, like proposed in this business plan. Let's now analyze our income statement. First, let's see our gross profit. What is gross profit? The total revenue of the company minus the total cost of goods. The gross profit over historical period shows continuous growth and a sudden drop due to COVID-19 pandemic. However, forecasting the next 5 years, it is neat that gross profit will continue to increase after these 2 years recession and getting its numbers to nearly $1 million. Next part, let's analyze the net earnings, considering after the taxes. What is the net earnings? It's the gross profit that we just seen minus the total operating expenses. Again, likewise, gross profit, it accelerates with a sudden drop. But in the forecast period, it moves from a stable scenario to a high increase in the last few years, getting to nearly $300,000. Now let's get into our last section of the financial statements. Let's take a close look now into our cash flow numbers, checking the two most important indexes. One is the net cash change. That is the difference between the cash receipts and cash payments. At historical data, value are in an up-down trend. However, forecasting for the next 5 years, it shows a significant growth from almost $4,000 to $183,000. Next index is the early ending cash position. That is the cash on hand plus the cash receipts minus cash payments. And in both historical and forecasting period shows an increase in numbers, predicting from nearly $300,000 to almost $1,800,000 on the last year. This represents that CropX would during this period always end up in a positive cash position. One more indication of our financial good position of the company. CropX wants to finalize this plan, emphasizing the company to be a great investment and an opportunity for business. Our cloud-based platform for precise farming offers many advantages, such as a unique technological innovation with benefits from cost reduction, improvement of productivity, and a sustainable farming. CropX wants to potentialize this opportunity given by the government's idea to reduce the country's food dependency on importing and use of high-tech advance. CropX sees as enormous potential on local market to attract farmers, agricultural business to profit, and have huge benefits from our system. Clear marketing strategies to catch the eyes of consumers by showing our worldwide business success by exposed social media and intensive advertising. As discussed in the business plan details, CropX has what it takes for the business: a high capacity staff, operational plan on implementation, services system, a risk management plan to overcome any possible situation, and a favorable financial system that allow us to move forward and embrace the project. To conclude our business plan presentation, CropX wants to thank your attention and that the doors are open for any doubts or questions. It will be a great pleasure. Thanks again. Bye bye. So we've reached the end of our presentation. We want to again thanks for this amazing time and this opportunity of being here. And again, emphasize that for any question, you can contact us. You can see in this slide our contact emails, our website. So feel free to contact us at any time. Thanks again.